Like fourth recording in a row.
Traveler?
Kinich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean.
Jill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know.
Once and for all?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. I could get...
Too blunt? Okay. I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous! He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory!
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and
She likely won't be the last to lose.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really...
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely. That evil power has both... In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance.
Trinidad didn't say anything about...
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asked us to kill the Mountain King...
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with... I'd like to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. Good.
Ah, mighty.
It was...
Glad to hear it. There are still the...
Kinich...
Exact. We covered the fire. It's quite simple. One point at...
Asleep...
Precisely. In previous... But I understand that you have... With your help.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? That's all you really need to know? In the meantime, and if you wouldn't mind...
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra...
Just a humble suggestion. I'll be sticking around for...
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Bruh. I ran right past him.
Huh. You're here.
Kinich, Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my...
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tale. This is our history, and to kill the Mountain King... Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. My honored guests, please... Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are
So, Kinich, earlier you were saying...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some... Kinich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you?
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. I'm working on.
Really? Well, come on.
In a moment. Didn't you have a...
Oh, yeah. What was it again?
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a house, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from. So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy.
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period in... Still, we desperately need something. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive.
Paimon can understand. It's like...
Yes, but on the flip side, and he has every right to take that view. No one can seriously tell that...
You're right. There's no way, because at least in our experience, the dogs
I think I know a way. You have any better...
Not at the moment. After all, the Abyss is what turned the mountain...
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought...
All right. So, what...
All I need you to do... I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the Flame Bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out...
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new flame. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes...
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Lina nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought...
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue. Leaving only me. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even better solution.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among... Good luck to us.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take...
Honey,
Because...
but it wasn't on purpose.
That's true. But
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick?
Toba, Huni...
Honey's saying nasty things about the Mountain King. It's not...
Once upon a time, maybe. But not anymore. Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. As of today, our friendship is over. There's no go... Oh, come on. Cut it out, you two. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. He's gonna...
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted it to be fair. From what we...
Wait. Speaking of Kinich,
Oh, yeah. Good question. We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
no, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that, yeah, it... all right, Dad just really...
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't...
That's more like it. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the mountain, I'd better go buy some... See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Pine...
Okay. I'll head...
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said, come on, let's... Huh? What's going on? Hey there, what's happening?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire night.
Ooh, there's a dance involved?
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the flame bearer this time is actually gonna be...
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in... What? Oh! It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new flame bearer.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night?
You must be joking. Watch this. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Oh, very impressive.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't... The way things are going...
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah. I managed to get...
What's this?
You've never heard of it? Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his soul...
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there.
Really?
Who knows? But if it's true, Kinichs can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while.
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go to... But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if they... Or...
It's all you need to get...
Wait, you're...
Come on, it's...
Pyro Archon above. You two have hearts of gold, you know that? Of course it is. Oh. There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see,
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago.
great minds think alike.
Take it easy.
Alive.
Busted.
Bow your head. Silence!
That should be the last of them. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely look. It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian... whatever. That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
You've been robbed? Oh,
Oh.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
let me take a look. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're...
Wait, are you...
Huh?
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously, if you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known...
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of... On the word Malipo alone,
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
and now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my...
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into the...
I don't know. Hey! You...
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hump. Oh, what's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Just look at this fucking shit. Are you serious right now, bro?
Where did these Yuvkasaurs come from? Get away from me, you monsters!
Oh, the baby saurians are...
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, Please. I don't have your stuff anymore.
Oh, yeah? Well, where... You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. All that time lying in wait was for nothing.
Is that really the...
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth. May all my worldly possess...
Okay, what do we do now? It sounds like he's not right.
Although the Turnfire is this holds true for all. This appears to suggest the existence. You Ponky's Turnfire. Let me see.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice.
Do you truly find no joy at all in Peru?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes.
What? You're saying Kinichs will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body? When will that glorious day arrive? The great...
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahula Hound!
You don't need. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms to but from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahula now.
We're so sorry.
Does that mean
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might...
the whole reason I worked so hard? Well, not exactly.
Oh, really?
I think the key to all...
Ponche.
You're right.
Yeah, I remember that. Maybe you're the spec...
I'm not talking about...
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. And Pyro Archon fell with the grand...
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way for you to solve the problem.
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go.
Time to go.
These clothes are the comfiest.
Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial.
Sounds like you're...
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the
Yet.
I think it's possible. Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to... Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him. Either way,
How can you drop these...
this is what I've gleaned. The story Elder Trinidad, the Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering, and feels great.
What? Then what you...
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. Still, he's...
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. I've already found a suitable venue for tomorrow.
Take it easy.
Hey. Interesting. Get up there.
You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so, the gruesome too. Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula!
Kinich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of...
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula.
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that...
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now.
Kinichs! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How? Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask...
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the... You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Locked up.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
Did I already kill him?
I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered.
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula How, and now I'm here to seize your body for his use. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal. Cue bad guy speech and drawn-out death sequence.
Huh? Angel?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, but it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new...
Sanka! Aha! So you...
What does it matter? A name is a
That would explain a lot. Why...
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Wait. Of course. You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity. Let Paimon guess. You've been provoking the Mountain King too.
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our highness's bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think a benchwarmer like me is capable of more than that?
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events. Just happens to be in the area. So, I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Wait, does that count?
How? You are the worst of the worst!
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kanish! Dispose of him! He is of no further use to us!
Traveler?
Hey now, I may be a lowly clerk, but don't underestimate me.
I'll beat your ass.
I could never beat you in a straight-up fight, but when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone.
Fair enough.
Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next.
Darn, he got away again.
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people. I'm sure they'll keep him busy.
If you say so.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. Even the unripe...
Of course! Only...
Ugh.
Don't worry. He can't hurt...
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost.
Such as a how watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme! Sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame!
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting... You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow...
Oh, yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous.
And it can't hurt to say this one more time. See you tomorrow.
That was beautiful. Add not human. Relax, relax.
Ah, at long last. I hear you've done much. Many young people have...
Well, they won't have to. We really hope.
Recommend.
Off we go.
Here we are.
Our honored guests have... I have heard much about you.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, if it means getting...
A resolution will...
No one would disagree. Look around you.
The ceremony was arranged...
That may be so.
Good evening, Traveler and Paimon.
Kinich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you...
very well. But make...
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony?
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but,
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then
that sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one. You have to keep I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
Oh, I'm gonna... okay, so... I'm gonna fuck this
So
up.
that's our part.
Actually,
I'll be with you the
probably
whole...
not.
You can leave that side.
Probably.
Okay, we'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Just tell the chief when you're...
How are you doing? I'm counting on... By past fuel, my brothers and sisters...
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first.
Oven lilla. On the hop, nope.
There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
First looking corrupt.
That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago. He's very powerful.
Paimon can tell. He's huge. Let's tread carefully.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected. Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to cleanse the Mountain King of abyssal filth.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of...
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Waina, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean
By having him torn to pieces by Rifthound?
No, stop!
Foolish Locust! Can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But... I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is. You've been in cahoots this whole time.
You imbecile! What have you done?
Oh no!
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Elder Trinidad? What are you...
No, the Mountain King is waking up. He will cause even more casual...
Everyone, out! Now!
Well, it seems there is only one way to awaken you all from your willful... Take me, oh Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
That hurts!
Target acquired. Locked on. Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. We can use those against him. Yeah, that's it.
My mistake. Yeah. To complete that game.
Strike a pose!
What am I doing?
Target acquired.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh?
Traveler, Trinidad's condition is stabilized.
Guess that's the best.
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the mount. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. It is somewhat akin to a scout. We've never seen anything like. I think their theory makes sense.
Wow.
It's practically a
Wow.
I know what you're thinking, because you and that fire is what's...
Whoa.
If anyone can answer...
Ah, so kinichs then. Hey, Kinich!
Hey, yourself.
We were gonna ask.
Sorry.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahulahau die of laughter?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kinich, when you went into the flames,
Intending to what?
to,
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, but now I'm curious.
well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king, and Ponche's theory was that,
So you've heard that rumor. I'm afraid I can't say for sure.
well, even if you,
What I would say is,
the Mountain King?
the core meaning of price is it's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option.
Alright.
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with. Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. The lights are on, but nobody is home. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss. But time has been less kind to its soul. It was ground to a pulp long...
But we saw him.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with a bang.
Oh, come on! Stop. That's why he doesn't have.
well, at least...
Yeah, that's right.
But he ended up being
That's on him.
friends? So, promise me. For you?
Nice. That was a lot faster than I thought it would. Can I actually end up getting the rewards?
Yeah.
Pony?
Toba, you're.
Now hold your horses, kid. Okay, before you... All right.
What?
You're extreme.
Huh?
On my first... It's a danger...
Oh.
Of course. Anyway, in the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as... Why does Uncle Sanka... Oh, but in the end, I made it through.
The moral of this.
Very smart. What I'm trying to tell... She's right behind you.
Another trick about not to. Huh?
Nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yoink. Well. Bye-bye.